Look what I've got, a really big turkey. What are we gonna do with it? Well, listen, today I'm gonna show you how easy it is to prepare your turkey. It won't take long at all, but it's gotta be thawed, so mine's thawed out, I hope. We'll see when we get in there. It feels thawed out. I've had it out for a few days in the refrigerator, but anyway, let's get going with it. If you want to know the recipe for this is just how my nanny told me to do it years ago, and I wrote it down in my cookbook, and it's on page 2, and it's called Nanny Swan's Best Roasted Turkey. So that's what we're doing today, is her best roasted turkey. So how do we get into this thing? Well, you know, you kind of need to get to know your bird a little bit. So I've got some scissors, and here we go in. And I suggest that you have some kind of little container nearby that you can put all this waste in, because remember, you're dealing with poultry and you are going to need to, you know, try to keep your kitchen cleaned up. Let me get my glasses here. All right, here we go. So we're going to be cutting this off. And if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it, I've got mine in a big sheet pan, so if anything drips out or whatever, it'll catch it. And also, let me just tell you what you need to make your turkey really, really good. You're gonna need some salt, and you're gonna need some butter. Salt and butter, that's what you're gonna need to make this turkey really delicious. Another thing that comes in handy is a thermometer, a meat thermometer. Now, you don't have to have this, because back in the day, Nanny didn't have one of these. And you know what she told me about when a turkey was done? She said, if you can wiggle the drumstick joint, if you wiggle the drumstick joint and it feels loose, your turkey's done. She also told me if you prick it in the thigh with a fork and the juice runs clear, it's done. So that's how she did it back in the day. And I do that as well. I mean, a lot of times after you cooked a long time, you know it from just experience. But anyway, you just want to make sure it's done. And it gets done at 165 degrees in the thickest part of the breast. If you put this in there, it gets to 165, it's done. Take it out. Take it out at 165. If you leave it in there and it goes over, you're going to have a dry bird. And nobody wants to be choking down turkey on Thanksgiving. We want it to be delicious and juicy. So that's what this will give you. All right, so here we go. We're taking this apart. We're going to go in here and we're going to open this. Whoa, Nelly. My bird is a 17-pounder. This is a small bird for me. I usually do a lot bigger than this, but this is what I got. Okay, I got juice running out, and I told you I've got this stuff under it. Okay, now we got the stuff off the bird, and now we've got to get the stuff out of the bird. Now, at the neck, you're going to pull this back, pull this flap of skin open, and you're going to pull out whatever they've left for you in there. Is there anything in mine? Well, yes, there is. Ta-da! Here's the giblets right here. I'm going to pull this pack out and lay it over in the bowl. And I've got the neck bone here. And they did not cut this off, which is unusual because usually they do. But anyway, I'll work on that later. All right, now we're going to go down to the other end and see if there's anything in there I got to deal with, any surprises. And if you'll notice, they have this little plastic thing on here. So they have got this already together, and it's good to go. But I'm going to stick my hand in there, see what I got. Guess what I've got? I've got a neck bone. And you can use that to make your gravy, or if you want to. Now, y'all, I'm reaching in here, and I've got a little piece of ice or two, so I'm just going to throw that down in the sink. Okay. All right, so we've got it to this point. So Nanny told me to do that, and then she said you got to wash it inside and out. Now I have a prep sink right here, and I'm gonna wash mine inside and out, and then put it back up on here on this pan. So I'm just gonna work on this for a minute. It's kind of heavy. This is a 17-pounder. Let me get this cleaned up, and then I'll wash all that. And see, that's just part of it. Have your stuff set up next to a sink, if possible. And remember, when you get through doing this, you're going to need to, you know, clean and sanitize your sink real well. Okay, here's my turkey. It's a heavy one, 17 pounders. But it's going to taste good tomorrow. So I've got to wash it right quick. I didn't wash it a while ago. I was emptying the juice off of it. Don't be scared. It's just a little juice. Okay, I've got my stuff on here. We're going to wash the cavity in, both cavities in and out, and then we're going to wash the outside. Now, some people don't want to wash it, and if you don't want to wash it, you don't have to, but, you know, when your nanny tells you to do something, you just do it. So I'm washing it. And I will sanitize that later. And there's no need to wash your hands yet because, but I am going to dry them because you got a lot more stuff to do. Now, what we got to do next is pat off the bird. Get this bird kind of dry. And you're going to be putting butter all over it. Now, there's different ways to do the butter, but I always just smear it on there. I've had some sitting out and it's kind of soft, and I'm going to smear it on there in a little bit. Let me hoist it over. Boy, this is a holiday that the cook does get a workout. And that's okay, because we're going to be eating all that we've cooked a little bit later. Okay. Sorry, I keep drying hands, but you know that's the way it is. So this is what we've done now. But before I move on, I want to show you the pan I'm roasting it in. And just tell you about when Nanny cooked hers. She would put hers in a roasting pan and cover it with foil. Well, I have a roaster. I have one of those old-timey roasters that I inherited. It's one that's been around for a long, 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 long time. And this is what I put mine in. And I don't put foil on it unless the lid won't cover it. One time I had a humongous turkey and the lid was up here like this. So what I ended up doing is putting foil over it. But I put my turkey down in this thing and then I put the lid over it. If it won't cover it, then I cover it with foil. The foil's gonna keep it from getting brown too soon, and it's going to, you know, keep the juices in. And in the last 30 minutes of cooking, you'll take the foil off so your bird will brown real well. That's how you do it. All right, but I showed you that to show you this. We got to spray this little pan because, you know, help with the cleanup. You don't have to, but I usually do. All right, here we go. Now we're going to start salting and buttering. The first thing I'm going to do is butter. Oh, by the way, give me a second. I want to show y'all that beautiful dressing I'm about to pull out. Remember a while ago, earlier in the day, I made some dressing? I'm going to pull it out and let you see it. Woo, my glasses are fogged up. Look at this. My chicken and dressing is done. Yum-o. Let me pull this out and I'll be right back with you. Here's another pan. Here's another pan. And here's the final pan of dressing. Okay, let me turn this off right quick. All right, now we're going, I got my dressing done. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, now we're going to work on this turkey. We got the pan prepared. We got this done. Y'all, it's just get in there. That's what it is. So we're going to start just plastering it on. Okay, it's like we're giving it a turkey facial. And if your turkey is too cold, it'll freeze your butter. That has happened to me before. So make sure your turkey's thawed. You just put it over there, and when this is going to roll down and just make your turkey so good. Now that's one whole stick. Here's another one, and we're putting half of it in each cavity. That's what we're doing. Well, maybe not half, maybe a third of it into each cavity. It's going to make it so tasty, and you need it to be tasty. Your family has been waiting for this all year long. Now, sometimes I pull the skin back and put it under the skin, and sometimes I don't. And today, I don't think I'm going to because, you know, it's not a pretty sight. But anyway, make sure you get some of this butter and you rub it in there. But you can do that if you want to. But rub your butter on there, get it prepared well. Now, I think I told you that I'm doing Thanksgiving with my family tomorrow, so this bird will sit prepared like this in the refrigerator until tomorrow. Woo! That wasn't so bad, was it? All right, now I got to get to salting. So we're going to salt that all in there. And listen, you do need to salt it good. Don't be stingy with the salt, because if you are, your bird won't taste good. And I'm telling y'all, it's a good thing, these turkeys. When my boys were going through that time when they have rapid growth, some of my butter's going to fall off, but I got to do this. When they had rapid growth, I would make turkeys all the time. Okay. Ooh, this is good. Now we're going to flip this bird over and we're going to put some more butter on the other side, because remember, this right here is the breast and this is what you want going up. So we're going to have butter all over it. Ooh, let me get some of this. Put butter. And listen, while you're cooking that bird, I want to tell you that you need to go in there ever so often and get a brush or a spoon or something and get that juice off the bottom of that pan and pour it back over it, because you're gonna need to do that. Okay, we got butter here, there, and yonder. Yum. Buttery turkey. Okay, it's gonna be good, y'all. I'm so glad y'all were here. This is it on getting the turkey ready. Now in the morning, I'll take it out and put it in at 8 o'clock. A 17-pound turkey has to cook for 3.5 hours at 325. And as I told you in my, I made a little cheat sheet here that tells me I'm gonna put it in at 8, cook it at 325 for 3.5 hours, and it's done when the breast reads 165. So let me put this puppy in here and we will be good to go. That thing's going in the fridge. Tomorrow I'll put it in at 8 o'clock and we're going to have a really good lunch tomorrow, our Thanksgiving lunch. Woo! All right, I'm going to clean up this kitchen now. I'm going to put my feet up. See y'all later. Love you. Happy Thanksgiving. And y'all make a little note down here if you watched. Let me know you're watching. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know if you tried it. Put a picture of your Thanksgiving on there. I want to see you, because you know I love y'all. I'm sharing my recipes with you. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, and y'all have a good one. Bye-bye. I've got butter on my hands.